There's a strange thing that happens in retail. You answer one question correctly, just one, and suddenly you're the team's unofficial knowledge base. You didn't apply for this role, you didn't ask for it, you didn't sign a contract that says you must know everything at all times. But here you are, walking, talking, operations manual, the human FAQ page, the person who goes to when basically everything breaks. The whole team just comes to you. Something confused them, they come to you. Something needs doing, they come to you. And the pressure, it's real, it's heavy, and it's constant. So today, we're talking about the internal pressure of being the fountain of all knowledge in retail and how to survive it without losing your mind. So, how does it start? It always starts innocently. Somebody asks you a question, and by chance, you happen to know the answer. You say it, they thank you, and move on. But what you don't realise is that you've just triggered a chain reaction. Because now that person thinks, oh, they know things. And they tell someone else. And that person tells somebody else. And suddenly, your name is being whispered like you're some kind of retail prophet. Ask them. They'll know. They always know. They're the one who knows everything. And you stand there thinking, I knew one thing. One. But it's too late. Your fate is sealed. And so the expectation grows. Once people decide you're the knowledge point, the expectation, it grows rapidly. You're not just expected to know your job, you're expected to know everybody else's job, every process, every code, policy, workaround, shortcut, and system. Every historical decision that's ever been made in your store's history. Someone will ask you a question about something that happened even before you worked there. And when you say, I don't know, they look at you like you've betrayed them. Because in their mind, you're the oracle. You're the keeper of all information. You're the person who knows everything. Even things you couldn't possibly know. And so builds the internal pressure. Here's the part nobody talks about. The pressure doesn't come from other people. It comes from you. You start feeling responsible. You start feeling guilty when you don't know something. You start thinking you should know everything. You start double checking things you already know. You start learning things you don't even need to know. You start absorbing information like a sponge because you don't want to let everyone down. You become the team's safety net, the fixer, the problem solver, the person who keeps things running. And that becomes part of your identity, which is great until it isn't. The emotional load builds being the fixer. And being the knowledge point isn't just about information. It's that emotional labour that comes along. People come to you when they're stressed, confused, overwhelmed, panicked, when they've messed something up, or if they don't want to ask the manager, or if they don't want to look stupid, they come to you. And they expect you to fix it. You become the emotional buffer between chaos and calm. And that is truly exhausting. Because you're not just solving problems, you're absorbing everybody else's stress. You're carrying the weight of the team's competence on your shoulders. And you start thinking, if I don't know this, everything will fall apart. But spoiler alert, it won't. But it feels like it will. And then there's the danger of being too good. And the dark truth is, if you're too good at being the knowledge point, people literally stop learning. Why would they bother? You exist. You'll answer it, fix it, and sort it. And suddenly, you're doing their job and yours. You're the only person that knows how to fix the till, process the refund, find the stock, do any paperwork, reset the system, handle all the complaints, run the delivery, close the store, open the store, train a new starter, effectively calm the manager down or calm the team down, never mind yourself. You become indispensable, which sounds flattering until you realise you can never have a day off. And then there's a pride versus pressure conflict. Being the knowledge point comes with weird emotional conflict. On one hand, you're proud, competent, trusted, respected member of the team. You're the person people rely on. On the other hand, you end up tired, overwhelmed, stretched a little bit too thin and carrying too much. You're almost one question away from snapping. It's a constant battle between, I'm glad they trust me, I like to feel important, and on the flip side, please stop asking me things. How can you set boundaries without looking unhelpful? There is good news. You can set boundaries without looking like you've suddenly become useless. You can redirect the kindness. And you go, let's look it up together so you know for next time. You can encourage independence. And so you say, that's in the guide, page 4. You'll get the hang of it. You can share the load. So train somebody up so that they can also be the fixer. And then teach the rest of the team. And then you can say, I'll show you once and then you can do it. You want to normalise not knowing. You can actually say the words, I'm not sure, but let's find out together. You're not rejecting people, you're empowering them. And you're protecting your sanity above all else. And you don't have to know everything. This is the part you need to hear. You're allowed to not know things. You're allowed to forget, ask, check, learn and delegate. And also, I don't know. Being knowledgeable is a strength. And being human shouldn't be seen as a weakness. You don't have to be the store's brain. You don't have to carry the team. You don't have to be the fixer every single day, even on your days off. You're allowed to just do your job. Being the knowledge point is a compliment. It means you're trusted, it means you're capable, it means you're valued, but it's also heavy, it's draining, and it can be overwhelming. So protect your energy, share the load, teach others, and importantly, set boundaries. Remember, you're not the operations manual, you're a person, and you don't have to know everything, even if people think you do.